Good evening, everyone. My name is Ty Thurlow, and I'm honored to serve as the principal of Massabesic High School. It's my honor also, thank you, to lead you through this event tonight. Before we welcome the graduates of Massabesic High School, class of 2026, please join me in welcoming the staff of Massabesic High School. Please rise as we honor this class in their final march as students at Massabesic. Please join me in welcoming the Massabesic High School NJROTC unit who will be presenting our colors. And finally, please remain standing and remove your caps as sophomore Julia Bryant will be singing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You can see them. Thank you, Julia, for that wonderful rendition of our Star-Spangled Banner. It's my privilege to welcome parents, guardians, families, and friends of our graduates, also to the Massabesic High School staff, to other RSU 57 staff who are celebrating here today, and then also a welcome to Dr. Marquis, our superintendent, school board chair, Ms. Jody Lane, assistant superintendent, Dr. Doyle, and also to other members of the RSU 57 school board. And of course, finally, welcome to our soon-to-be graduates. Over my many years of serving as a high school principal, I task myself each year with one challenge: find the exact word or words that define the graduating class standing before me. We've seen quite a mix over the last few years. In 2023, the word was entitled, A Call to Action to Seize a Moment. In 2024, it was Well-Weathered, a reminder of proven grit and survival will lead to success. And last year, the theme was to become inspired for the road ahead. That brings us to today. When I look back out at the class of 2026, looking back at the incredible, unpredictable, and extraordinary 4 years that we've shared, there really is only one word that fits. It comes to mind instantly, without hesitation, and that is audacity. Some of you have been paying attention in English class because you actually know the definition of that word. Fantastic. As a collective, your class exudes boldness. Sometimes that means a shocking disregard for convention, and other times it is a fearlessness and courage. For some, your audacity is quiet, a steady, unyielding courage in the face of immense personal challenges. For others, it is loud, very, very loud, deliberately challenging social norms and pushing boundaries in unforgettable and sometimes indescribable ways. Even those of you who have preferred to watch from the sidelines have learned that sheer brazen energy of your peers, for example, many of you watched in bewildered amazement as some of your classmates tossed toilet plungers, brand new and clean, we're assuming, and we hope, tossing them high into the air in an outlandish attempt to have those plungers land on the school roof and remain there through the senior prank. One did remain, in fact, so a small amount of questionable success can be recognized here tonight. But in that moment, many of you learned true lessons about the potential impact and different types of unbridled and unchecked audacity. Our staff, too, have also learned many, many, many lessons related to your audacity. I lost count long ago of how many times staff have walked into the office shaking their heads and said, "You would not believe the audacity of so-and-so." Of course, you can fill in the rest, many of you with personal experiences. Nevertheless, while some of your high school exploits might have caused a bit of temporary shock and awe, I'd like you to reframe what that word means for your future. You belong to a generation defined not by limitations, but by limitless possibility and potential. My greatest hope for each of you is that you actively channel this innate audacity into everything you do. Carry that brazen and powerful spirit forward, not simply just to break the rules because you can, but to break barriers to create forward progress. Do not be afraid to take calculated risks or to venture into the unknown. Challenge yourselves to be different, to be bolder, and to be more courageous than the generations that came before you. Ultimately, show the world what happens when an audacious generation leads with an unstoppable combination of fierce courage and radical kindness. Please, if nothing else, learn to harness your audacity for good. As you step out today, I am profoundly excited and hopeful for the endless opportunities that lie waiting for you, and I wish you nothing but the absolute best on the incredible journey ahead, you audacious, audacious group. Over the past few years, we've developed a tradition of recognizing the top academic students of each graduating class in front of thousands of people here tonight and hundreds more watching through our live stream broadcast. I'm honored to have the privilege of recognizing the following students from the class of 2026, whose academic achievement is truly exceptional. These 10 students have gone above and beyond in their pursuit of academic achievement and have performed at an incredibly high level. Respectively, each one of our top 10 academic students will graduate with summa cum laude distinction, the highest honor achievable. To our top 10 academic students, I ask that you each stand when your name is called as we recognize you individually with a well-deserved round of applause for your impressive achievements. Students are presented to you in alphabetical order. First to be recognized, from Lyman, Devony Brickett. From Waterboro, Natalie Darling. From Limerick, Gabby Hoffam. From Shapley, Jack Lassard. From Alfred, Harmony Shaw. From Shapley, Sal Shields. From Lyman, Parker Soul Parent. From Waterboro, Kendall Tonelli. From Alfred, Walker Vivian. And last but not least, from Newfield, Callie Wynn. My final statements tonight, please join me in recognizing 5 graduates who will soon be joining respective branches of our military. Students, when your name is called, please stand to be recognized. Enlisted in the Army National Guard, Kyla Hebert of Shapley. Enlisted in the United States Navy, Ethan Valaire of Waterboro. Entering the United States Air Force is Trinity Kitterman of Lyman. Entering the United States Marine Corps is Lily Willette of Waterboro. And enlisted in the United States Marine Corps is Wyatt Mowry of Newfield. Thank you for making this selfless choice to support and protect our nation. We wish you the absolute best as you enter your chosen military service. It's now my pleasure to ask to come to the stage your class president for her speech, Miss Devaney Brickett.
Ladies and gentlemen, faculty and staff, honored guests, regular guests, and least of all, my fellow classmates. I'm thrilled to welcome you all to the graduation ceremony of Massabesic High School's class of 2026. When this graduation speech was being planned, administration first asked the smartest student in the school, but they declined. They also asked the funniest student. They declined. They then asked the bossiest student, and they too declined. So finally, they asked me. And I said, I've told you no 3 times already. And besides, I'm class president, and no one wants to hear me speak twice. So I handed that off to Walker because we all know he'll do better than me, but that's why I'm going first. As this momentous day was approaching, I found myself doing a lot of reminiscing. Years of sports, commitments, and activities coming to an end far too soon. And while it's easy to get caught up in the past, I urge you to only use it to propel yourself forward. A huge part of my journey has been softball. I truly believe it has helped shape who I am today. Through the people I've met, memories I've made, and stress I've inflicted upon my dad, I've learned a lot. I've been told on countless occasions to wait for your pitch, to communicate, to see the damn ball. Oddly enough, I'm not very good at any of those things, so I couldn't really get a speech out of them. But towards the end of my season, at one of my final at-bats, I'll be honest, I was struggling. Let's just say the ump and I didn't agree on the zone. I was deep in the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and I was ready to give up. I felt like everyone, well, more like someone, was against me. But that's when I heard my coach, doing what he does best, bellowing from the sidelines, "You have 3 strikes for a reason. Use them all." And that's when it hit me. No, not the pitch. I know you were worried. But the message I want to send you all home with today. You have 3 strikes for a reason. Or for my non-sports fans out there, 3rd time's the charm. You can't succeed if you don't try. Hell, it took these guys 3 tries to get me to give this speech. So if you want something in life, you have to be willing to fight for it. To not give up, no matter how many strikes they call. Fight for what you believe in and for what you want to achieve. So if you leave this arena with one thing tonight, let it be the idea that you are worth going to bat for. That you deserve to try and try again and again until you reach the goal that you're chasing. To my fellow classmates, I'm beyond proud that you're all here tonight, and to have the privilege to say I got to learn and grow with you all. Congratulations, and never stop trying.
Thank you, Devaney. Please welcome to the stage your chosen student speaker, Mr. Walker Vivian.
Good evening, everyone, and happy graduation to the great class of 2026. I want to thank the families, staff, friends, community members, and everyone else who made it here to celebrate this momentous landmark. Every elementary school worksheet, every challenging middle school block, every high school essay turned in at 11:58 p.m. has been moving us towards this moment. Take a second to relish it. This is a celebration of the thousands of days, or the roughly 842,000 minutes, because we all have perfect attendance, right? That we've dedicated to our educational careers just through time in school. We may be tired of receiving congratulations by now, but the magnitude of this achievement deserves many bravos. As we prepare to conclude this early portion of our lives, a time to reflect has been presented. The school hallways are laced with memories, like times we laughed so hard with friends we could barely breathe, and times we nursed our wrists after writing a gauntlet essay. We entered the doors of Massabesic High School 1,375 days ago as children. We march now as adults, if not literally, then metaphorically. We have learned so much in the last 4 years, not just about biology, algebra, or how many consecutive times you can flip a chocolate milk carton, but about what it takes to overcome challenges. I'm a fan of Aesop's fables, and I'd like to share one titled The Crow and the Pitcher. It goes something like follows. During a time of severe drought, a very thirsty crow stumbled upon a pitcher with water at the bottom. Since the pitcher was tall and narrow-necked, the crow couldn't reach the water. With no other liquid source in sight, an idea struck him. He picked up some small pebbles and, one at a time, dropped them into the pitcher. Each pebble caused the water to rise a little higher until, at last, the water was high enough to quench the crow's thirst. This story underscores the importance of perseverance when facing adversity. The crow did not give up when he faced a roadblock. He remained determined, thought outside the box, or in this case, the pitcher, and attained his goal. To very loosely quote Benjamin Franklin, the only certainties in life are death, taxes, challenges, and, as we learned in science class, Newton's first law of motion. Since future challenges are inevitable, we must be prepared to face them. At this point in our lives, we are diving headfirst into the unknown as we begin to write new chapters. While the limitless possibilities are exciting, there can also be justified fears about what challenges the unpredictable future may hold. Despite those concerns, I know everyone in this class can overcome hurdles simply because of the fact that you're here. I may not win a Nobel Prize for saying this, but high school is not easy. Over the last 4 years, we've contended with high-stakes exams, difficult assignments, courses we thought we couldn't handle, and complex social relationships, all while trying to discover who exactly we even are and trying to find answers to those overwhelmingly persistent questions about our future lives, studies, and careers. Surpassing those obstacles and making it to this stage shows we are resilient and proves we are, like the crow, able to tackle whatever comes our way. While we will never forget the deep bonds we forged with our peers and staff, the triumph and missteps we've had, and the memories of our high school experience, there is so much to look forward to. The early life section of biographies is usually the shortest, because most of the great things individuals do in life is from this point forward. The canvas has been primed, and the world is ready for what this class of 2026 will paint. That's a prospect I find exhilarating. In all, while the future holds many exciting possibilities, there will be challenges. Yet I know that everyone in this class is prepared for what we will face, since we've already overcome so much to earn these caps and gowns. In fact, I overcame the challenge of writing this speech by having AI do it for me. Just kidding, just kidding. Thank you, happy graduation day, and may the class of 2026 prosper.
It's going to be a hard act to follow, but please welcome to the stage Mrs. Jen Blair to present our Faculty Bowl. I almost just did this, but you don't need to touch the mic.
To the graduating class, families, faculty, and honored guests. Every year, the faculty is tasked with a deeply meaningful responsibility to select a single student who embodies the very best of our school's spirit, intellect, and character. The Faculty Bowl is not simply an award for the highest grades or longest resume. It is given to a student whose presence has fundamentally shaped our community for the better. This year's recipient is a student who commands respect, not because they seek the spotlight, but because they earn it through the quiet strength, integrity, and reliable service. As a teacher, you occasionally cross paths with a mind that redefines your expectations. In 30 years of teaching high school math, I have worked with countless outstanding young people, and this student stands among the absolute best. Whether navigating the complexities of AP Calculus or tackling dual enrollment college courses, their approach to learning has never been about just getting the right answer. It has been about a genuine, relentless desire to understand the underlying why. But brilliant minds are only truly exceptional when paired with a generous heart. In the classroom, this student is just as eager to lift others up as they are to master the material themselves, offering thoughtful explanations that foster confidence in their peers. Beyond the classroom walls, this student's influence reaches into every corner of our district. As the student representative on the school board, they have carried the heavy responsibility of representing 2,900 students across our 7 different schools. They've attended endless district meetings, contributed to multiple committees, and delivered bi-monthly reports with the poise of a seasoned professional. All staff will remember when they addressed our entire district as the keynote speaker for our opening day of school. It earned a well-earned standing ovation, and out of all of the opening day speeches that I've heard over the years, it was easily the best. Somehow alongside that massive responsibility, they found the time to lead. They've served as the co-president of the National Honor Society, an announcer and planner for student council events, a 4-year class treasurer, the school's chess team champion, and a dedicated 4-year member of the varsity golf team. And yet, despite a list of commitments that would exhaust most adults, this student has remained entirely grounded, remarkably humble, and always ready to lend a helping hand. They are the rare individual who flawlessly combines intellectual brilliance with deep compassion. This fall, they will be taking their formidable talents to attend Princeton University, but today they take home our highest honor. It is my distinct privilege to present the Faculty Bowl to Walker Vivian.
Thank you, Mrs. Blair. Next to address us is the honored faculty speaker, Mr. Chris Estes.
Look, everyone has one great graduation speech in them. One really great point, a funny story, a clever metaphor, and after that, we got nothing. And look, I know it's not fair, but you guys graduated just a year too late. Last year, when I had to give this speech, I killed it up here. Great speech. Laughter, tears, thoughtful memories, lasting impact. People today are still coming up to me and talking about that one great speech. So how the heck am I going to top that? I got nothing. I even tried to get Walker to write my speech for me, but he refused. He knows you only have one great graduation speech, and he just gave it. See, the problem with writing one of these is that you have to be great. You have to say something that will hit home with not just you, the graduates, but all the friends, the families in the stands, your colleagues sitting over there, your bosses sitting over there. I wrote 4 or 5 of these things, deleted all of them. They weren't good enough. See, it's that desire to be great that gets you. Anyone can be good. Anyone can give a good speech. Look how far you've come. Go out into the world. The next chapter starts now. Blah, blah, blah. See? Good. Not great. And I want to be great. You're all here for the last time waiting to get your diplomas, and I have one last chance to say something to you. One last lesson to impart. If I'm going to be the last teacher from RSU 57 that you have to listen to, then it has to be great. Anybody can be good. But here's the thing. I believe we can all be great. I mean, not this speech, right? But all of you here can be great. I want you to be great. But you have to want it. You have to have that fire burning inside you, that little voice in the back of your mind that says, work harder, do it better, be great. We all have to listen to that voice. We have to feed that flame. We have to be great. Mediocre isn't going to cut it. Even good isn't enough. You should strive for greatness because each and every one of you has within you the potential to be great. We believe that. None of the educators here, none of the educators you've ever known would be here doing this job if we didn't believe that. And not just us. When you drew that self-portrait of yourself when you were little and you gave it to your mom or your dad and they looked at you and they told you it was great, even though you drew just a head with like crazy arms coming out of the side and these weird eyes and super sharp teeth, and it looked nothing like you. Maybe that was just my kid, sorry. They told you it was great because they believed you could be. When you played that song on the recorder you thought sounded so good, your poor band teacher told you it was great because they knew that one day you could be. When you lost that game 12-1 and your coach told you great job, it's because they believed that you had the potential in you. And when you wrote that essay for me, or took that math test for Mrs. Blair, or finished that project your teachers told you that it was great because they absolutely knew that inside of you was the unlimited potential to be great. We want you to be great. That's why we send you to school for 13 or 14 years, and that's why when you finish, we give you this reward because you're starting to do great things. And we want we need you to do more of them. Don't settle for okay. Don't settle for good enough. Be great, because you are. You're about to go out into a much, much larger world than you've ever known. You're going to meet new people, experience new things. You're going to face challenges you've never dreamed of, and you'll be asked to do things you never believed you could. That's what growing up's all about. You have the option to meet each challenge with mediocrity, finish each task with just the bare minimum effort, or you can work hard to be your best self, to do your best job, to continually push forward to higher and higher levels. This world is yours for the taking. Right now, at this exact moment, a torch is being passed to you. In the blink of an eye, you're going to be the movers and shakers of this world, those that decide and build the future. Whatever you do next, whatever life you make for yourself, the door's wide open for you. So here's my final challenge for you. Be great. As simple as that. All you have to do is wake up every morning and remind yourself to do great things. Give the tasks before you all of your effort. Push hard, harder than most. Don't sell yourself short. Don't settle for good enough. Be great. In whatever you do, wherever you go, do great things. Be great people. We've believed that about you all these years. Now go prove us right. You're ready for it. Congratulations to the class of 2026.
Thank you, Mr. Estes. Our final address tonight will be from the RSU 57 Superintendent, Dr. Stephen Marquis.
It's in moments like this that I really wish I were still a principal, because I see students doing amazing things. Inspired would be the word that I would have for this evening. It's not part of my speech, but I'm truly inspired. We heard two wonderful student speeches, and there could have been countless others in the audience or in the seats in front of us. I'd like us to all give another round of applause to Walker and Devaney. I know you want to get to diplomas, so my speech is actually going to be pretty short, and hopefully connects with some of you at some level. So good evening, members of the school board, faculty and staff, families, friends, honored guests, and most importantly, you, the class of 2026. Tonight we gather to celebrate an achievement years in the making. We celebrate your accomplishments, your perseverance, and the journey that has brought you to this moment. As you leave here tonight, I hope you remember this. Throughout your life, there will be moments that feel defining. Some will be moments of great success, a championship won, a degree earned, a goal achieved. Others will be moments of disappointment, a mistake made, or a failure experienced. In the moment, both successes and failures can feel permanent. They can feel as though they define who you are, but they don't. A defining moment is not the same as a defining identity. Character is not built in a single moment. It is built over time through the choices that you make and the values that you uphold. When I graduated, I received a poem from my second grade teacher, Mrs. Littlefield. Each of your teachers have experiences with you and leave lasting impressions for you, and they also, and you leave lasting impressions with them. The poem that Mrs. Littlefield gave me when I was a little kid, well, she taught me when I was a little kid, but when I graduated, was nearly 40 years ago. The poem, The Man in the Glass by Dale Wimbrow, is a poem that reminds us that the most important opinion you will ever receive is not from your parents, from your teachers, from your employers, from your friends, or society as a whole. The opinions that matter most is the one that reflects back at you when you look at yourself in the mirror. You can earn awards, recognition, accomplishments that look impressive on paper, but at the end of the day, the questions that matter most are much simpler. Can you be proud of the person that you have become? Can you say that you acted with integrity? Can you say that you treated others with dignity and respect? Can you say that you learned from your mistakes rather than allowing them to define you? The world often measures success through titles, wealth, and recognition. Those things may come and go, but integrity endures, character endures. The ability to look at yourself honestly and know that your actions align with your values endures. Parents and families, tonight is your celebration as well. You have watched these graduates grow, you have celebrated their successes, supported them through their challenges, and helped make this moment possible. On behalf of RSU 57, thank you for entrusting us with a portion of that journey. Graduates, as you move forward, carrying with you the values that matter most, be courageous enough to take risks. Be compassionate enough to care for others. Be resilient enough to overcome setbacks. Be humble enough to recognize that no one can succeed sheerly on their own. And above all else, live in such a way that the person you see in the mirror each morning is someone that you respect. Your future will not be defined by a job title, a paycheck, a mistake, or a setback. It will be defined by your integrity, by your perseverance, and by the positive difference you make in the lives of others. The world that awaits you needs your creativity, your kindness, and your leadership. As you end your time at Massabesic High School and RSU 57, remember that none of us has life completely figured out. We learn as we go. Tonight, however, you stand on the edge of a new horizon, ready to begin that next chapter of your journey. On behalf of the RSU 57 School Board, our administrators, faculty, staff, and the entire Massabesic community, congratulations to the class of 2026. Go Mustangs!
All right, thank you, Dr. Marquis. We have reached the time in our program where we'll be distributing our diplomas. If you'll give us just a few moments to get situated here on stage, and we'll get underway.
Yeah, I'm good. I probably shouldn't have touched that. Nothing. she's not looking. And are we ready? 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 Okay. Are we ready? Okay. And now we'll begin. Lily Jade Legier. Haley Evelyn Allen. Natalia Evelyn Tebow. Jacob Michaud. Helen Ramirez. Ella Grace Garish. Madison Dana. Sarah Flaherty. Savannah Picard. Sean Picard. Kylie Mancuso Lane. Vance Brackett. Kian Barrett. Laszlo Brockkamp. Mackenzie May Paquette. Molly Bereshny. Emily Colby. Emma Collins. Destiny Mercier. Kaya Abbott. Tristan Carter. Emery Norton. Mason Gary. Jacob Slowick. Luna Marlene Burrell. Taylor Hood. Blake Belanger. Caden Coffin. Michael York. Thomas St. Jean. Audrey Rose Gonaville. Danielle J. Shepis. Sydney Sear. Paige Stevenson. Leah Hansen. Summer Johnson. Finnegan Lee. Jackson Condon. Alexander Stoddard. Maisie Bador. Jonathan Sarois. Carmela Tufts. Mason Felker. Lelia Isaiah. Adriana Norcus. Alexis Collier. Emily Gray. Tanner Atkins. Caden Rocray. Atticus Warren. Maxwell Toussignant. Colby Allaire. Brooklyn Bullier. Logan Heidish. Savannah Thing. Sophie Grunhove. Haley Palmer. Matthew Hazard. Mita Bacoy. Lily Willett. Ryan Moores. Avery Ross. Kylie Margaret Brochu. Nevaeh Grunhove. Jessica Beednell. Gassim Farzaliev. Kendall Tinelli. Kyla Hebert. Kira LeBrun. Summer Marie Sperry. AJ Spencer. Carly Batchelor. Jay Coleman. Tesla Mulrath. Devin P. Churchill. Logan Brunton. Louisa Tiesenfitz. Catherine Turner. Lucinda Roy. Chad Menard. Maya Shepard. Kylie Stevens. Lena LeMay. Noella Champagne. Trinity Kitterman. Michael McAllister. Brigham McCann. Harley Robinson. Connor Ulysses Tarbox. Jaden Doyle. Zachary Sautier. Judd Rand. Mother Soul parents. Caden Nielsen. Gianni Carrera. Eli Neville. Jackson Normand. Noah Diments. Emmett Carroll. Caden Whitney. Camden Linney. Madison Trudeau. Ava Noyes. Colby Campbell. Wyatt Maury. David Albert. Ben Booker. Brenna Kucher. Emma Dykeman. Kaylee Me. Tristan Peoples. Ethan Roy. Kendall Pelletier. Fable Svitoski. Ryder Thing. Zoe Holbrook. Natalie Darling. Juliana Libby. John Madigan. Isaac Shank. Hooper Larson. Ian Tassinari. Gabrielle Hoffam. Coral Lopez. Ethan Valver. Samuel Philibert. Baron Swartz. Cooper Dakota. Destiny Delaire. Casey McIsaac. Ian O'Hara. Lorson Kennedy. Ava Madison Parody. Cassidy Ann Monroe. Michaela Richards. Callie Hart. Olivia Rose Lasky. Caden Thibodeau. Jacob Adams. Bryce Picard. Wyatt Baker. Nex Smith. Charlie Gullidge. Michaela Barr. Maya Baldowney. Lacey Peralt. Michaela Marie Richards. Kyrie Sharping. Harmony Shaw. Callie Wynn. Ryan Merrifield. Joshua Pilardi. Kaysen Spicer. Joshua Lucier. River Clark. Forrest Greer. Jackson Lamb. Kenny Gluck. Jacob Douglas Hutchins. Dexter Gordon Lord III. Ryan Cobbett. Wyatt McCoy. Gabrielle Simino. Gabriel. Sorry. Nevaeh Lucier. That's my mistake. Brady Bernier. Dante Rodriguez. Isaac Day. Brian Day. Lucas Haskell. James Haskell. Brian Oliver. Riley Linscott. Zaisha Sayudi Kapu Uvai Oke Kai Lai Kupo. Jules Nefertiti Benjamin Johnson. Aubrey Stanley. Autumn Bearer. Sal Shields. Kaylee Moulton. Rowan LaCroix. Damian Cairo. Brady Bergeron. Aiden Venel. Ava Dudley. Hannah Chambers. Dan Harriman. Destiny Pengdara. Sam Rumney. Kaylin Barron. Anna Jordan. Olivia Melville. Madison Murphy. Cal DeSimone. Lucas Jocelyn. Devaney Dotterwyke. Devin Dotterwyke. My mistake. Owen Martineau. Ariana Reggie. Jocelyn Nieves Fritzlevitz. Jack Michael Lassard. Walker Robert Vivian. Bryn Bashara. Julia Foglio. Vanessa McCurry. Devaney Brickett.
In a moment, the class of 2026 will rise and at my direction will turn their tassels, signifying the completion of our graduation ceremony. So let's do this.
to my